just crying because he has no idea what to do.
Tracking the economy, Putnam County taking a big hit today. Purdue Farm says that it's closing its factory, which is a big part of the Monterey community. Fox 17 News' Johnny Mackey shows us what this now means for hundreds of people who are now looking for work.
433 people now looking for a job as Purdue announces this factory closing, leaving more questions than answers and concerns throughout the county.
I honestly, I'm worried for the people in the town.
Anna Bailey has her dream job owning Ben Anna's Cafe in Monterey.
Real keeping bread.
Making homemade sandwiches for happy customers downtown.
Secret sauce.
With the goal of buying the building her cafe is in, she also ran the cafeteria at the factory. Until today.
When I heard the news last night on the internet, I said, no, this is not a good business decision to stay.
Bailey was not the only one surprised. It seemed everyone was surprised.
I was shocked, completely shocked whenever I got it.
Cookeville Putnam County Chamber of Commerce CEO Amy New found out with no warning. Putnam County Mayor Randy Porter took to Facebook saying he's saddened by the announcement after the factory being a part of the area for around 40 years. Now, his office and the Chamber of Commerce pivoting to try to help 400 plus people who have families and loved ones to take care of. The Chamber already got the ball rolling.
30 minutes after making the statement, I was hearing from plant managers in the area, as well as others that are moving into the area, everyone from FlowServe to US Foods, who are currently doing expansions in the area, offer to come and do on-site job fairs.
But that doesn't mean it won't be a bumpy road ahead. Anna Bailey was on-site just this morning.
I offer to come and do on-site job fairs.
But that doesn't mean it won't be a bumpy road ahead. Anna Bailey was on-site just this morning.
I talked to a couple today that they both lost their job or are losing their job. They had just bought a car. So they're like, what are we gonna do?
Shalom, shalom to the elect of Yasharal. All praises and glory goes to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and salutations unto the elect men feeding the sheep of Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, in sincerity and truth, with this great gospel that's coming out of our Bible, And the world is preparing for what this last and final great depression, right? The greatest depression ever, right? And where this is where these heathens, they're going to be crying, right? Why? Because they about to lose all their fortunes, all their wealth, right? All their possessions, right? It says there will be the greatest depression. That's exactly what's coming, the greatest depression, right? And what comes with great depressions? It comes long food lines, jobs vanishing, stores closing, right? People being evicted out of houses, people losing their homes, right? Suicide, depression, murder, suicide. Family member can't take it no more. Husband can't take it. He come home from being fired and just off the kids, his wife, and then himself, right? Loss of wealth. Car get repoed, right? What else? War. That's how they solved, that's how they got out of their last depression, is through war. So they're going to set up something to try to get out of this depression. And what they doing, man? It's called, what's that shit, man? Population control. Population control. We in a time where you got a lot of people in this society who ain't worth for 2 dead motherfucking flies. They don't want to work. They don't want to learn. They don't want to be taught. They can't be taught, right? They can't be corrected. So the only thing left is fucking death. Right, it's death, and we see where this society is headed. That's why we've been removed ourselves from this place. Right, Proverbs 27:12, it says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. The prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple, they pass on and are punished, right? And we about to see a bunch of our people be punished. Right, we already see judgment on a lot of our people, right? You saw what happened in California. The Lord burnt that bitch up in Los Angeles, right? It's talking about the city of angels, death angels, because that's all that's coming out that motherfucker is death, right? Witchcraft, sorcery, right? Mental manipulation to lead you to do something evil, right? That's the only thing coming out of California. There's no spirit of God whatsoever in that place except the prophets. That's prophesying the destruction that's coming to that place. That's it. That's it. And you seen these lines. This is what's gonna look like in these cities, man. When all hell fucking break loose, when homes get burnt down, right? When ain't no security, ain't no peace. People, they gonna gather up in one place, looking for a solution, right? This is after the fires, right, in California, and who they gonna run to? They gonna run to FEMA, right? Look at how quick they set up shop, right? They'll use an old mall, old shopping center. Why do you think they close down all these shopping centers and malls? A lot of those places, like we've been said, they about to be prisons. They about to be for the FEMA camps. They about to be, man, it's about to get so ugly in Babylon the Great. It's really gonna get out of control. That's why the scriptures say what? I'm gonna go to 2nd Ezra 16. Let's start at 17 and read, woe is me. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? Yeah, that's why it says the prudent man foreseeth the evil and hide himself. Where is he gonna hide himself? Because when you go in the scriptures, you can't go hide into the heavens. You can't go hide into the sea, right? You can't escape the judgment of the Lord. So the only place that is safe is where in the Lord. You got to be in His truth. You got to be in His truth. If you're not in His truth, you're on the path of destruction, right? It says, "Woe is me, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death." The beginning of wars and powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when those evils shall come? Right? This is a prophet. He's seen the future. He's like, damn, what the fuck? What the hell am I going to do in them times? He said, what? The beginning of famine, no food, right? And great death. He's seen a lot of people starving. He's seen a lot of people dying. And the beginning of wars with an S. He's seen wars all over the fucking place. It says, and the power shall stand in fear. He's seen great fear on the earth, right? In the beginning of evils, right? Mass rape, women being raped, people just coming in, slaughtering whole cities. And just like you see in these so-called Africa or in the Middle East, they say the war chief, he came in and just slaughtered a whole village. Man, you don't see that in these cities in America. You don't see that in these cities in America. And they're going to pull up in the hood and just spray everything fucking moving. Mother, children, father, the nigga at the gas station, the motherfucker at the Dunkin' Donuts, right? Especially they show you in the Purge, them white boys, they ready to use them weapons on you ninjas and you Hispanics, right? Especially, shit, today's the day, goddammit, inauguration, right? Nero back. Guess who's back? Nero back. So what's the plan on these white boys? They strapping up. They about to be, how can we say, deputized to go look for you Hispanics and you Latinos in no fucking sanctuary cities, right? Here's the evils we talking about. I'm reading again, 2nd Ezra 16 and 17. Woe is me. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars. And the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when those evils shall come? Right? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation, anguish are sent as scourges for amendments, right? The Lord gonna send all these things upon these people. And what? None shall escape. That's why I talk to these elites. Man, they said, don't spend no money. Save your money for the next 5 years. You talk to a dumb nigga, he trying to get a new car. That nigga talking about buying a house, buying some property, while the elites who got all the fucking money saying don't spend shit. Wait for these stupid motherfucking shit to collapse so they could die off and we taking over everything. That's in their minds. That's the New World Order plan. For you dumb, poor, retarded, stupid ass fucking people with no faith. You idol worshiping sucker motherfuckers for you to die and them to take over all y'all shit. It says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness. Right? It says these people, who talking about Israel? Israel ain't gonna turn, because that's who the only people who the Lord is dealing with, man. You Israelites, you ain't gonna turn from your ways. Right? That's why I say, fuck these niggas. Yeah, and these Latinos too, goddammit. And these retarded ass drunk ass Native Americans. And fuck a speckled bird too, goddammit. Unless your ass woke up in this truth and you fighting with us, man, I say fuck you. Right, it says, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Yeah, and we praying for the curses to come upon you. We're praying for tribulation, the famine, right? We're praying for death, right? Great fear to come upon your family members, right? That's what we mean when we say, fuck you. Let the Lord turn up on your ass. No hedges, no protection, right? It says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in a good case. Right? That's what these people want, cheap shit. Oh, I bought this house for cheap. I bought this car for cheap. Yeah, cheap shit. They want to live. Man, you a fucking slave. You just want cheap shit. That's a retarded motherfucker. You don't want a rural shit. You just want cheap shit. It says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth, they shall think themselves to be good in a good case. And who made it? Because it's Esau controlling the prices. It's Esau controlling the prices. Esau done set up a system where it's all about money. It's all about everything going back to that Federal Reserve, to a bank where he rules and controls the currency. Right? He rules and controls the stock market. He rules and controls the petrodollar. He rules and controls the Bitcoin. He rules and controls what the world, because the earth is given into his hands. Right? Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. I'm going to read that again. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. These people here in Babylon the Great don't know what evil is. A motherfucker shooting up the block, hitting a young little kid or baby. That's not evil. That's not, man, wait till the real evils come in, where a nigga set a whole block on fire. Right? Motherfucker come through dumping on the whole city. That's what we talking about. Different groups coming in, invading from different places. Right? The smell of death, no fucking running water. Toilet done clogged up after one flush. Right? Dirty dishes in the kitchen, now coming in rats, roaches, mices. Right? All type of shit. And now what else come with that? Anger. You people about to be, it's going to be like the projects. You see how the people in the projects, what happens when poverty comes in, people turn on each other. Right? That's what's about to happen all throughout Babylon the fucking Great, man. Right? Because this is a time of what? Visitation of our Lord, man. Second Ezra, I'm going to go to 16 and 21. It says, bear with me, let's go to 22. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine. Right? It's a lot of people going to starve to death. It's a lot of people going to be turning to cannibalism. Right? Turning to cannibalism. Ready to kill and rob the neighbor just for food. Right? Just for food, for lack of bread. Right? It says, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine. And the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy, man. What military motherfuckers, militia motherfuckers, gang motherfuckers, right? Psychotic people, right? All type of shit. What's that shit? You see them apocalyptic movies, man. There's a movie called Cyborg with Van Damme, man. The movie kick off with a bitch tied up to her head gone, legs gone, limbs gone, and she just tied up on a cross, just pussy showing. And people onto cannibalism, just gangs running over the city, burning everything, killing everything. That's what the Lord about to do on this evil ass fucking place. It says, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine. Yeah, baby done died, y'all about to eat that motherfucker. Neighbor done died, y'all about to break in and eat that motherfucker. Right? You people about to, because you people love eating abominable, so the Lord won't force you to eat abominable. Right? You're going to think you trust in your government, think they're going to come and help, and you're going to see, man, they ain't nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. For many of them that dwell upon the earth, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be what? Cast down. Cast down. That's the future of these cities. That's the future of these cities, man. The Bible tells us here in the scriptures, Joshua 1 verse 8, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy ways prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. Right? This is what a prudent man is looking to into the laws of the Lord, into the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the scriptures, because that's going to be what your stability in those times, right? Wisdom and knowledge. This is the book of Isaiah 33, verse 6. It says, and wisdom and knowledge, right? Wisdom and knowledge are what the scriptures. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, of knowledge. Right? It says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. What times? The times of evil, the times of tribulation, man, when people are breaking down, losing their minds because of what? No food and death and tribulation. And here you are standing strong because you already know that the Lord got you. The Lord gonna feed you soon. The Lord might not feed them motherfuckers. And in them times, man, when the Lord take care of you, don't be trying to be no hero, man. It says when you do good, know who thou do is good too. That's why we done separate from these people, man. They gonna try. First off, ain't gonna be no phone for a motherfucker to get in contact with you. So them days is over. Them days is over. Family members, friends, trying to reach out to you. It says they gonna go to and fro to seek this gospel. Ain't gonna find it. In other words, they ain't gonna find the men of the Lord. They will not find the men of the Lord. Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation, and the fear of the Lord is his treasure. And who has the fear of the Lord? The elect. Right? The elect, that's who's the Lord dealing with. The election have obtained this knowledge, and the rest were blinded. The elect is going to be preserved and delivered and receive the kingdom of heaven, right? The 2/3 they're going to die on this side, they're going to come back. Right? Ecclesiastes 12 and 1, it says, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw not, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. And here we are in these times of no pleasure. Right? You don't even have no pleasure in music. You don't have no pleasure in theater, in movies, things that you used to love. You used to go out for a meal with your woman. Right? You don't have no pleasure in none of these motherfucking things. So you already see all this shit is about to disappear. Right? What the scriptures say. Hold on, man. This is the book of 1 Peter 4 and 7. It reads, but the end of all things is at hand. Right? But the end of all things is at hand. And the end of this man's world, the end of his rulership. Right? The end of wickedness. Right? It's going to be time. When the kingdom of heaven comes in, it's what? The end of wickedness. Right? So these devils know that their time is short. So what they're going to do, they're going to push their agenda. They're going to seek that new world order, man. They're going to come down with what the force of, it says the wrath that Satan came down with great. Let's get that verse. This is Revelation 12 and 12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but what? A short time. That he hath but a short time. Right? Everything is shutting down. Businesses, schools, colleges, right? Even strip clubs, right? Man, shit. Motherfuckers with their little businesses left is getting robbed. So it's not safe to become a businessman, right? It's not safe to become a businessman. You're being overtaxed. You're being robbed. So this is a society where you trying to seek and find yourself, man. You're making big mistakes because these devils, they about to take everything away from everybody, right? In a time of martial law, in a time of trouble, right? Martial law, and they lock down the rules and laws and it's put in their, how can we say, presidential orders, and your house is gone. Your house belonged to their house. The military could come and set up shop in your house. Have your wife cooking food in the kitchen, right? While they looking at your daughters, right? And they'll beat up one of your sons and make him part of the military, take him away. Right? We talking about no law, no rule, but except the rule of who the wicked, who's in power. Esau, Edom, man. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil has come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knows that his time is what? Short. You know that, but he have a short time, and because what? After this is what? The kingdom of heaven. Kingdom of heaven. I'm reading 1 Peter 4 and 7 again. It says, but the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober, watch unto prayer. Yeah, it says also pray always, that you might be able to escape these things that are coming, right? These evil times. I'm reading it again. Ecclesiastes 12:1. It says, remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Yeah, how you gonna have pleasure in life when you can't even afford to pay rent? Can't afford to have a car? Can't afford to get new clothes? Right? You're gonna be rocking the same clothes for months, for weeks, until what you meet your death. We talking about you Israelites who refuse to repent. Right? Because Jake ain't got to worry about what's coming, right? As long as you put your trust in the Lord, that's our plan A, B, C, D, E. Right? Ain't no wavering and thinking about, no, I got to do this, I got to do that. No, I'm trusting the Lord. Whatever happens next, whatever the Lord put in my mind to do, that's what we're going to have to do. And you can't lean into your own understanding. It says, remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, while the sun nor the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. It says, in the days when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because there are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. What's about to happen? And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. Yeah, more jobs is going to be closed. More businesses. All you people trust in your government jobs. Yeah, unless you in the military, right? Unless you on a line making weapons for war. That's what, man, everything about to be shut down. And that's what we pray for, man. It says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. And he shall rise up with the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Right? Also, when they shall be afraid, that's what's coming, great fear. Great fear. This is the book of Isaiah 24:10. It says, the city of confusion is broken down, every house is shut up, that no man may come in. There's crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened, the mirth of the land is gone, and the city is left desolation. The gates are smitten with destruction. The gates are smitten with destruction. That's what we're looking for, man. All hell to break loose, a full collapse. Right? A closure of all the businesses. That way, this World War III could come in, right? That's what they're going to use World War III to fix the solution. Also to cover the collapse of their society. And guess who's coming at the same time? Our Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. Shalom.